Welcome back to the Premier Division Final here at DPFL live event number 3 in Kissimmee, Florida. Alan Palmer is going to be your chalker. I'm Sean Green, your play-by-play commentator, joined by my partner in comms. That'd be Nick Dichiria. Sorry, I forgot your name for a second.
It's actually Josh Peck, according to Katie Brown.
This one features the soldier, Leonard Gates, taking on Young Buck, Danny Young. Texas versus Texas, Dallas versus Houston. This could be if this was a NFL championship Super Bowl, it'd be a surprise for everyone.
Well, we picked Wadamina. We picked Campbell. They didn't pan out. We talked about Danny Young being a dark horse, and now he's in the final. And really, I mean, this is so incredible for the young talent here. I'm curious to see what he can do. I'm curious to see what Leonard Gates is going to do to try to stop him. This should be everything it's chalked up to be, an amazing final for a lot of money.
Yeah, there's a lot on the line here. Danny Baggish said that Gates was going to win this. We picked Danny Young as the dark horse. This is for bragging rights on who was smarter for the entire rest of the year.
Mm-hmm. Well, on top of that, I mean, again, the fact that Danny Young beat Clausen is so just such a big win in his career. I don't know exactly how many years he's been playing off the top of my head, but I do know for a fact that getting a win like that and then getting himself to a final like this shows that you're doing a lot right. This is incredibly tough to get out of the round robin stage, to be able to then go on the run that he's gone and beat the people he has. He's earned every right to be on the stage at this very moment.
100%. Gates tops. This is for a hole to throw and a 1-0 lead, and it is in this first to 6 final. It does jump up 6 legs here. I will say that while the last match against Yellow Clausen was for sure a step above for the 180 hitter Danny Young there, he needs to really, really take that next step in darts. He needs to win this. He needs to finish the job. He needs to finish the job against a favorite heading into it.
Yeah, and every dart is just going to have to be so tactful, right? It's going to have to be so intentional, so focused, and easier said than done. This is a tough spot, right? I mean, you know the importance of every moment of this. It's about how you follow through with each and every one of these darts.
Right now, Young doing his job with his throw. Gates way back on 3-5-4, so Young's going to have 6 from 161 no matter what he does. Here in leg number 2. Again, first place $3,000, Nick Dichiria. Second place $1,500. It's a great payday for either player.
A lot of clams.
And a lot of thank you, ma'ams.
Raymond Lamb. Great setup shot from Danny Young there. That's incredible stuff. Leonard Gates going to try to put some pressure on it, but he will get at least 3 darts at 24, potentially more.
Yeah, it's Danny's leg to lose, that's for sure. He'd like to get this done clean and quick. He doesn't want to mess around with it here.
He can use that dart to his advantage. Double 6.
He's doing the mess around, and he really cannot do that.
Yeah, well, you know what? Danny Young won on double 3. It would be pretty cool for him to do it again. He obviously chose not to split it last time.
Yep.
Oh, he goes high on it, though. So now to the Madhouse. Gets only 1 dart. Needs this one. Doesn't go his way. 76 for Leonard Gates. And this is the shot where we've seen him hit a few times. Will this be one of them?
Yes, it will. That was really clean, and that's a massive hit to Danny. Massive hit to Young. He's got to bounce back right now. And you see him, turns around. He's not happy, and Soldier's going to feed off of that. 140 start.
He's shooting an 88 right now, and he's down 2-0, but it's a first to 6. It's slightly elongated. On top of that, he's been in every leg. He's had some darts at doubles. There's nothing to be worried about here. In fact, you should just be enjoying the moment, if anything.
Well, like every competitor at this level, he's wanting to enjoy the win. I know Soldier, you wouldn't be saying that about him. It's unfair to say it about Danny in this moment. I think I would say the exact same thing, though, because I would be enjoying the moment. Wouldn't be able to be close in this match, that's for sure. But Danny's going to have to raise his game. He knows Leonard is going to throw Leonard Gates darts in this final. He's already done it all day. He hasn't had an average over or below 90, with, of course, getting better as the entire event goes on. That's what Soldier does. That's why he wins so many events. Danny Young, is going to have to raise his game just as well. Can do it.
I mean, certainly anything's possible. He did need the 140 to leave the 161, so Gates more than likely will be the first one at a finish here.
Hi, Scott. I can confirm Scott is right next to us.
He does. Okay, he did get that one into 19. I wasn't sure if he got that one in or not. So, yeah, pretty good setup round from Gates. Danny will also be on a finish at a 101, so pretty solid range as well. But the ton pluses, the consistent checkouts for Leonard, truly been going his way at the moment.
Tops. Unable to get it done. So, Young doesn't have to hit this, but this would be a very, very good moment to hit it. Not going to do it. Well, it's double 18. Yep, takes a split second longer just to do the math there. Leaves 32. But it's not going to matter. Soldier, dead center on the double. Continues just to do his job. He's up 3-0. Halfway there for Leonard Gates.
And that's why it felt like a must-hit moment, right? Now 3 away from the win for Leonard Gates, as you've mentioned, but 3 away from Danny as well. And, again, Danny is playing great. The numbers are there. He's had a couple darts. It's just the doubling percentage that is making the difference here.
Yeah, really, it should be 2-1, kind of best-case scenario at this moment. So can still make up that one leg right here.
And he's continuing to keep his composure. I mean, he is really just, again, fighting. Every one of the matches that he's been in, it really has just been a fight. He did just get a full-on breakaway against Kevin Luke, but that was not a give-me by any means either. And then we saw with Klassen, it was really a master class in staying in the mid-80s and fighting left and right, throwing hooks and haymakers.
Well, it would behoove me to shout out Miss Tammy Young. That'd be Mama Young for Danny. Mom's watching along with you, rooting you on, bud. And that's a 180 for Leonard Gates, who says, I don't care that his mom's watching along.
He said, take that, Mom. Now, the timing from Gates is just incredible because this is, again, setting up to be a potential break, but not if Danny does some of that. Gates will get a shot at 98. Who knows what is possible here? The kid has really just surpassed expectations time and time again.
Yeah, and that 180 does throw off Gates. Doesn't even get a dart at the double. And leaves himself 18. 36.
Oh.
Pins it. And Danny Young does hold his throw. It's the first thing that he needed to do, especially does it in 15 darts there. So a great leg from Danny as well. Soldier just going to continue to march.
And that's what Gates does best, right? He just really he is the man in the dirt hole that is here to work. This is his job, and Danny's definitely making him work.
Yep.
94 average, a 3-1 is not representative of really how close this really feels.
And I'm going to say this one time because I know he'd want me to. It is not Will's fault on the switches, guys. It's delaying for him. I can tell because I'm looking over at him hitting the button frantically multiple times before it actually switches. So he's working on a little bit of that issue. He'll figure it out. He always does. That's what makes him great at his job. Who else is figuring it out right now? Leonard Gates. My goodness. Soldier. 1-2-4 after 9. And this is masterful from Leonard Gates. This is high quality, the highest quality of darts being thrown right here.
Young's probably thinking, man, I'm doing some really good stuff right now, and it just doesn't feel like enough. Oh, my.
I'm telling you, welcome to the club. Danny
and he
Young.
hits the 1-2-4. At a 12-dart leg. He didn't even need to shoot the dart at the bull. He chose to shoot the dart at the bull because he knew he could hit the bull.
Yeah, welcome to the club here, Danny Young. Doug Bain made his first final in event number 2 this season in the CDC. Averaged 102 in that final. Highest losing average in a final because he played Leonard Gates, who also averaged 102 in that. So, Danny, nothing you can do about this.
And
Soldier's just showing up.
That final was incredible to watch. I remember I was supposed to be streaming another event. I had it on my second monitor because I could not believe what I was looking at over there.
We do want to point out it should be 3-2, and that's, again, what Danny's going to be arguing about no matter what if he happens to go on to lose this. But it's not over, especially race to 6. So, again, to remind everyone viewing at home, longer format. Yeah, and Alan Palmer again scoring for this final. Hats off to Alan for doing that.
Danny hanging in at 93.19. Playing above his years, the young buck is. One more of those would be wonderful. Finding a maximum at the right moment there. Danny Young's timing coming through. Getting himself to 61 once again. And Gates almost answers right back. Does get the 1-2-5 though. Saying, hey, I'm in pursuit. I'm not giving up anything here.
Another clean 61 checkout. And it is another clean 61 checkout. That double 18 is being hit about as well as Jeff Smith tends to.
Yeah, I think he was maybe talking to Jeff earlier and said, hey, so how do you do that? All right, cool. I'm going to just start doing that every time.
Yeah, this would, no matter what happens with Danny here, this would definitely be his highest average of this tournament. 84 in round 1, 88 in round 2, and 83 in the semifinal. So he's raising his average like he needs to do. Now he's just got to finish the job.
And it's just going in with ease. Start. He's going in with ease. He is, and you can see even on the bad runs, the reactions have been lowered around the table. He is really just locked in. He's finding himself in that zone right now, and Gates is now in suit having to do the same.
Withstood the early 2-0 lead from Leonard Gates and is still fighting along. That 60, though, might hurt. Gates has 5 180s in this tournament. Danny has 6 after that last one. Thank you, Mark Lacombe. Always my stats guy. I never sound smart without him in my messenger.
Sometimes I see people's names and I'm like, I'm not sure if I should read their comment or statements. Whenever I see Mark Lacombe, I'm like, oh, nope, I have to read this because it's probably great, and it usually is.
Yep.
Gates doing some good stuff here. Can you find that red bit again?
I don't think he did.
No, just 100.
Danny can attack that. 2 trebles.
Yeah, and he overthrew that second dart. I don't think he likes where that first one was. Kind of not as good of a guide as it might have seemed, just with the angle. He tends to prefer being slightly over than under, it seems.
Treble 19. Oh, no, he did the math wrong. Soldier missed math, and he left 11, by the way. Oops.
Yeah, very curious there. Well, now 11 for Leonard Gates to get himself to match point in this final here.
Double 2. And the mistake might cost him, and it might cost him huge. Because if Danny can take out this 84 and break,
it's a completely new match.
We're back on throw. And now he's got to take it on 2. Can he clean it up?
17 for double 16.
He will kick himself. He's going to kick himself for not even getting the opportunity.
He stopped himself from doing a pure frustration throw there, as he should stop himself. But, oh, my goodness, that's an opportunity squandered.
And double 2 does go in. 5-2 lead now for Leonard Gates over Danny Young. Danny, the job's simple. Got to win the rest of them.
And you can see, he's looking up. He's taking a deep breath. He's shaking the hands. This is an overwhelming moment to a certain extent.
He's just kind of letting himself calm down a little bit. 92.5 average is extremely good. He's raised his average for this. Leonard just continues to play fantastic darts. Gates continues to just be class.
To play your best darts of the event in the finals is something of an X factor that is just hard to really put into words, to really put on paper. It is something that you just can't teach. You can't practice that.
You don't win 10 CTC Tour events by folding in the finals, that's for sure. And Soldier actually going to be the player who made the semifinal in the DPFL championship last night, losing in the semifinal to Jermaine Wadmina, the champion. Got $1,000 for that, too. So he's going to have himself a heck of a payday this weekend, no matter what happens.
He's also going to have a shot at 161
for the title.
For the title, 142 is where Danny is sitting there.
Danny, I'm just going to. This must go. It's not going to. I fully think Gates takes out this 101, or at least gets a dart at the double.
Well, Gates would want to agree with you. He's going to get a good opportunity here, more than likely. He is going to get an opportunity for the win. He does catch the 101, Sean Green. You are correct. And Danny Young, you can see, gives a handshake. He wanted that one
But
bad.
listen, let's be fair. Minus the missed doubles in leg number 2, Danny didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah. No, I really don't think there was many mistakes there. There was only promising darts from him. He threw a 90-plus average in a stage final against Leonard Gates, got multiple legs off, and really was close to having a moment where he took the momentum away. Amazing to see. So much promise. Again, I will say this time and time again, thoroughly impressed with Danny Young, the young buck, and where his dart game and career is going. He is on my radar for sure now.